evening. My name is Ricardo Sweeting. Woo. And my co-host for the day is
George Messick.
George. I gotta tell you, boy over here cold, son. Cold bad. Cold bad.
I thought you was doing a little costume party thing
No
going
sir,
on.
no sir. This
I,
survival now.
oh man, oh man.
Survival. This is something I can woo.
Y'all, when y'all ain't complaining it's too hot or too cold, like come
You
on
never
now.
have to complain, but it's too hot. I in the Bahamas. I expect that. I don't run from that.
Mm.
My problem is people who want it cold. I want to be in the Bahamas, and that's a problem. You mix up. You go in the wrong places. You doing the wrong things. I
But you
understand.
look like you have the clothes for the season, so I don't know what you're complaining, but that jacket look nice and warm.
Georgia in the Bahamas. I ain't been just wearing no jacket. Singlet, bareback. That's it. I ain't gonna be wearing
Mm.
no thing up. No,
And y'all you get spoiled. You close to Florida, that come down, them cold fronts from time to time. Freeport especially.
especially. But that's God's will. Ain't nothing you can do but it. Just gotta
It came to
prepare for
pass.
it. And
Came to pass. That's some blessings.
yeah, I not cold as be blessing, but let's find out what's going on in the news. Finally, George. Finally. What the
What
song
happened?
say? Finally the things come around. The PFE finally ratified the last set of the candidates. 13 to be precise.
Hmm.
And on the island where I am, they have ratified Ginger Moxie for Pine Ridge, Paco Deal for Central Grand Bahama, Dr. Monica Pratt for East Grand Bahama, Mr.
Monique.
Warren. I don't know who this Mr. Warren is for Marco City. He's a sacrificial lamb. Um, and Kingsley Smith for West Grand Bahama. Ginger Moxie Pine Ridge. So they're ready.
Hmm.
And I'm expecting a probably what is this February next month. Brave will say he'll call the date, which I think it can be in May.
It's February now.
Yeah.
But
So
you
next
said
month,
he's gonna.
March,
Yeah.
he can call that because February, the end of February, we can be in the Lenten season. They ain't gonna do nothing around that time. But he can call the
Yeah.
date, and the date can be 2 to 1 sometime in March, in May. Just me now. I ain't say Brave say this, I say this. So I looking at them for May, you can say May what? May 18th
Mm.
sound good. Yeah, that sounds good. That on a Monday. May 18th.
Mm.
Sound very good. That on my auntie birthday.
Is there a particular date in the week that elections usually on?
Nope. A day?
Mm.
I think Mondays.
Why Fridays aren't like a better day? Let people
Oh no, George.
people
No,
are
no.
ready slack. They can party all weekend. Cause
No, no,
I
no, no.
mean, a government went on a Friday on a Monday. Mm, Tuesday, boy. First off, if you lose, you don't want to go to work to face the thing. I'm right. You win, you want party, or you party in the night before. I'd always put that on a Friday or Thursday or something. Something.
Yeah. I and we can talk with this later because we need a fixed date. We can talk with that later, but now that you say it, it should be on a Friday. That's a
Yeah,
good thing,
man.
no matter what.
Party the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Or cry to
Or
empty
cry the
belly
whole weekend.
the whole weekend.
Whichever one happens dear. But PLP now has their full full slate of candidates and they are ready to go. Um Shockingly, this was a shocking one. Um for Southern Shores, Obi Roberts won over Clint Watson. And I was shocked by that. I thought Clint had that in the
Why?
bag.
Why?
He's
You
a popular
you
fella.
you know who Obi Roberts' daddy is? Was?
Yeah.
That's well. That's all you need to know. If you know
No,
that,
no,
you know
no,
you ain't nothing
no, no,
shocking
no.
about that.
That ain't your daddy who coming against me. I scared of your daddy, yeah. But
It
you,
don't,
who
it
you
don't
with?
matter. No, that ain't the problem. It oh, Bradley Roberts was rich. He bankrolled a lot of those them PLP campaigns and elections and whatnot. And the son probably inherit most of the money. So you always them people with money. That's like almost like a Sabas type situation, right? You gonna pick someone broke like Clint, who just get his come up in ZNS the other day, right? Or you go well. First off, Bradley Roberts is like PLP royalty to me. So I mean, Clint. I would advise him against that. If I didn't realize until later that's who it was, right? So, but when I hear that, I'm like, well, what this man was thinking? You want the PLP collapse, eh? Boy, that'd be some serious backlash. And for who? Clint?
When I first heard it, I was like, oh, Clint can't win that. But Clint had a lot of fanfare
Mm-hmm.
around him and supporting him. So he look good.
He's
He did
popular.
all those things with the PLP. He was the what they call them, the messenger people, whoever's get all the news. He
Yeah,
gone from there and he
the
gone
press
into
officer,
ZNS, press liaison. Then he
yeah,
gone into ZNS, general manager there. So I was shocked that he was so ambitious. I'd have been just happy to be general manager at ZNS.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't want. I don't. Why y'all want to be MPs? Why y'all? George, I don't know two two MPs sitting right now.
Yeah,
I ain't call their name because you know them too. And I see them happy in a little while. I wouldn't say I see them happy,
yeah.
but I don't think it's cracked up to what we think it is. I don't think we go into this with ambition and oh I can change my constituency and I can this and I can that. And then you find out the rules of this and you find out, hold on, I really can't do too much. They give you a couple of dollars to run your constituency house and all of that, but you ain't you ain't building no new roads or building no hospital with that money what they give you. And
Mm-mm.
then what they paying you, good God from Zion. You think I can go do that, quit my good job and go be an MP? George, I gotta take something under the table from day one. I can't pay mortgage with that. Not with that
Well,
little money.
the sweet spot never is being an MP. You need to be a minister. So you get the MP salary, the minister salary, the minister perks, the big complement of staff and everything, right? So I don't think if you're just going in and you know you're going to ride the pine if y'all get elected, that for most people that wouldn't be a good career move, especially if you had a good job or making a couple dollars before. But a lot of them want them big government position. You get that now you could cook and now you could run some contracts and right some shingles or whatever maybe. But
Yeah, but I gotta be a big shot to get into that to be thinking for people to be thinking, okay, he's straight, he's the man. And if
mm,
I can't get that George, what I get into that for?
yeah, well, the PLP problem last time. See, I realize in the Bahamas, if you look at it, if you get a little simple majority, everyone pretty much is be all right because it's make everybody one little something, right? It's make sure give them two salaries, minister, junior minister, right? They crowd that up. The problem coming when you in these big landslides now. You got too much people. You got to start create. Public start looking at you funny, right? This Gussie made cabinet and stuff,
Cabinet,
but
yeah.
yeah, but if you get right number, there's evenly, you could feed everyone, right? You give them the big, board directorship, BC, right? So they try to make it worthwhile for most people now. Now, again, if you're a newcomer and a nobody and you don't know how to make noise, or have no one to intercede on your behalf, talking to lunch, you're riding the pine, you're watching the show. And that's where I think the frustration comes in because them those ain't sharing nothing with you, them that who getting the deals at the table. Mm-mm.
So that's why if I can't go in it, getting that sweetness from day one, ain't nothing happening. I ain't enough money in it for me to just be sitting around here. Oh, I want to help you all. I want no. I right now I want to help myself. It sound bad. I know it sound bad, but George, I need that little thing. Too bad.
Hmm.
I get what they say.
Who's in Bimini?
Bimini, they have the Rule guy. He was a senator, Senator Rule.
Okay.
He moved on to Senate now. He's running because right now they combine Bimini and Berry Islands,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so that's one seat. So therefore, he took up that mantle for the PLP. We haven't heard from the FNM. I know that they're doing ratifications tonight, so I don't know if they're gonna.
Man, they got to by now. If the PLP just finished theirs, like, I never thought this gonna let the PLP come and finish before them. But
This
you know,
how the FNM is stressing me out, George. Don't mind brave them. Brave them to sit down and calculate when they don't know when they can ring the bell.
hmm
So they know when they have to be ready. You don't know when they have to be ready. So why you ain't ready? So see what they say, you gotta stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So you sitting up here, the governing party then ratify all their people and you still lingering around here, ain't get the job done yet.
They have a manifesto yet? Huh?
George, I got one crooked, one unleveled chair in my house. I can use that for that because when we in '92 and '97 when they first came out with these manifestos, I thought they were brilliant. I oh, they give you a
Mhm.
plan, they give you all this. But George, you ain't lying to me, and I ain't gonna take my time to go read nothing for you to lie to me because you ain't gonna do half of these things you say you can do.
Hmm.
Making things up as they go along, and if you read one, you read the next one. It's the same thing. One,
Yeah.
one got red
Okay.
cover, one got a yellow cover. It's the same thing. You know, you ain't gonna screw me with these little simple things what's going on. And we got so much low lying fruits that we could get, but they just ain't
Mm.
focus on them. Road work's gotta be fundamentally something that you always do. Every time I go to Miami, road
They
work.
always fix in roads.
Always. Never stop. No matter where I go, especially Miami. Always
Hmm
got road work. Us? Boy, them potholes gotta be so big for you to think of. And God help you if in your out island. They ain't checking for you at all. You gotta ride through them. They ain't got road. They just got dirt where the roads separate from the trees. Them.
But Carlo, that's what really is. Make me mad with our local politicians because a lot of times these constituents, voters, people don't really want much in a lot of these communities. Like you said, fix some potholes, right? Come through, have some back to schools. What we don't ask for much as a people, right? And so they can't even do the bare minimum. And a lot. I remember I used to live Wuts in the state, and yeah, I think some big potholes.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Politician after politician to come, they like come tell you, oh well, it's a private development. Oh, we really can't do that. That's not good enough. You get on the phone, you grab whoever the private people is, and tell them, come, you need to fix your road. Y'all
Yep.
making me like that's in my constituency. The people are coming at me. You can't say my hands tied. I can't do nothing. Nobody want to do nothing, person. We want people who can solve, who can make the impossible possible, and that's the candidates. But when you come in, oh, everybody know that sitting on the fence type thing. Oh, well, we ain't got no money here for. Well, that's like I don't even call nobody name. But remember when someone was uh what it was minister what Wayne Monroe got now, national security or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And had all those murders and things. She say she can't stop the murder. She can't do nothing with. Why all things you can't do nothing? Why you take the job?
Thank you.
You come in with this attitude, man, go home. That's called a by-election. That's whatever. If you don't have no solutions for Grand Bahama, if you don't have no, it can't be business as usual. You just come ride around with your plate set up, meet the prime minister, and when they come to the airport and go to all the nice cocktails, we tired of that.
I agree. So we can see what these can be. In Grandma might predict a landslide. I no. See, just said I don't even know the half of them got for Pine Ridge. I want to say that's why Pentadas get me mad. I can't do nothing right now. I waiting on him to make up his mind what he want to do and why. What else you got to do? Come on, man.
Yeah, they haven't chosen Pine Ridge yet.
Nope.
Oh, yeah,
And then I like Markle Pine and Pine Ridge. See, Penta got to learn to swallow some things, because I was going back to Markle Pine because Markle Pine was like 200 and something votes. I sure if he was not independent now. I'm
yeah.
sure if he was under that
A
red
party.
banner, he would have cared that. Sometimes you gotta suck up some people things who's do. They might get you mad, but sometimes I don't like leadership who's scared to be questioned.
Yeah. But has Michael Pine been vocal or whatever since I
No,
haven't heard.
he has been in and out, but nothing mainstream.
Yeah, yeah.
So he just came back, but the Grand Behemoths know Michael Bine.
You know him, yeah.
So he if he is still the man who he say he is, then at least I know when he get in the House of Assembly, he can make some noise. He can
Yeah.
tell us, hey, them same pothole in Hudson Estate, they still there. He can make
Yeah.
some noise and he can make the people aware of what's going on. When you are opposition, that's your job. And I expect him to do that. And
What we don't have in Grand Bahama, right?
what we don't have,
Particularly, I think we don't have people. Huh?
go ahead.
We don't have people who we don't have enough people who have one money, two who have clout and connections, right? Even if you don't have the money, right? What does Grand Bahama need more than anything else? Developers who got network of people who you can call and say, listen, come here, look at this, let's cocktail. You know, have enough charismatic leaders and people with some little world experience of being overseas sometime or whatever too. Everybody just like look hungry, right?
They come looking
I'm
for
sorry,
things, George.
right? Yeah, and I mean, seriously, that's what we need more than anything else. Who got some people probably live in the states or what? Right? No, a group of people who you could bring in from tomorrow. Come here, man. Let's look at this. These my boys. Can't be everybody who's sitting around the domino pit table. Can't help each other. That's gonna be a fish fry every night.
Yep.
Um, no, man. And I think we need to identify more people like that who could actually go. Because again, I need people who just go in the house either to complain because ain't nobody listening to that. You need some independent people who can go out there and grab some people, even symbolically. You know how think of those guys throw the maze out the window or whatever. You know, people can go down to the airport with one arm and nail, think of and start knocking down stuff and say I fix right. That, that's a free political gimmick I just give someone.
That's a killer.
Huh?
That's a killer
Yeah,
potent.
but that works. That's what people want to see. And it takes a village. I mean, once you do that, you love some people. You'd be surprised how much people come join you with that. Because okay, this person come to roll up their sleeve. I'm not paying no lip service, go in the house, talk to people who you know ain't giving you no money to do nothing.
But but George, the play is on that is the minute you become too popular, I pull you in my office, PLP or FNM, whoever the governing party is.
Hmm.
What you want? Everybody got a price, Judge. What you want? And
Right.
they give them what they want, and they just disappear. You don't see them no more. Brave
Yeah.
did a beautiful thing. Genius. He hired all the noisemakers and media. He hired all of them. All of them he hired. Then you can't hear from no big mouth people no more because they working for me.
Yeah.
Genius. So a lot of things that used to get picked out, and whatever like that, you ain't much of them around. It's one or two scattered about. But when you had 3, 4, 5, 10 of them, that was a
Yeah.
problem for them. So they did a good job in that. But this election can be it it's still gonna be the PLP who win. F&M gonna win some more seats. I would love to see one or two COIs in there. Thought it'll happen. Just to shake up things, just to keep things a little spicy. The COI messy, and we love messy. So
Yeah.
let,
But
let
what? what seat could they win? They need one seat where FNM or PLP running because doing two of them. How will you ever mass what candidate they have that's gonna get more votes than diehard PLPs and FNMs who gonna show up and vote party?
And this election is going to be all about the diehards,
Yeah.
the people who staunch PLP, staunch FNMs. Whoever got the
And
votes for them to win.
the sad thing is, it's possible because you've had in other countries, like right now in Britain, right? This is scary. They got this dude who started this reform party some years called Nigel Farage, right? They always had conservative and Labour Party and thing. But now they say next election look like this guy is actually gonna win as a third party. And he's had a lot of recently like former people from big people, government ministers and cabinet holders cross over and come on his party. But it's scary to me because he's more like a Trump type, he's preaching a lot of this nationalistic thing and whatever on immigration, tough on this and moving and we losing the country and whatever, right? So people like that apparently. And I don't know why when they see Trump because that's a thin line between doing this and really the racism and the whatever. But it shows you that when you got the right people in these parties and you doing the work and you get money because again these things take financing, right? So you have to show me the money. You need some big backers to back you to. But I never thought third parties were possible in the Bahamas, but it is possible. But I don't think we've ever really had the real serious characters that could pull it off.
I thought that Hubert Minnis was going to do this. I thought he was going to get his old comrades that the FNM rejects, get all of them, Renwood Wells, get all those people there, Brownwood, not Brownwood, McCartney, bring all of them back because these are people who are well known to the people.
Hmm.
They are likable, and you ain't got to guess of who these people is. So if they're to come with a reform party saying these things, I think they could have teeth one or two votes, one or two seats.
Yep.
And that would have made them up and coming party to look at. But I Minister ain't gonna go home. So
Well, again, Menace is the right person to do it. He's damaged goods, and we saw what Menace. We've actually had the benefit of seeing what Menace leadership looked like. Yeah, and ain't nobody really was impressed with that. So I mean, he fumbled a lot of balls, so I think he's out there. Branwell never got the chance, so he might be in a better position to do that. I'm not sure how much Ranwood Wells. I think he was likable enough, but
yeah,
I don't
but
know. I don't think he have the big pull, the big ticket item.
you don't need the leader. Always got to be the big ticket item. You just need
Yeah,
some well known. I'm thinking, I for Tanya. You bring some of them along that you ain't here for
yeah,
a
yeah.
while.
Even with Loretta, especially how Loretta Slim now. So you know, even a Loretta Butler people, because people like the feistiness in her. She was a
Yes,
fighter. She was
I love it in her. I love it.
Yeah, she spoke well. Yeah, so but we need that type of people with a little bit of yeah, we we
A
need a
little
different name.
moxie.
It ain't Lincoln. I'm sorry, all due respect
So he just a little bit too ghetto.
yeah, he was a little damaged goods. We his car fox was too long,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so people like we ain't buying this. This car done been in 3 accidents and done got too much mileage on it.
Anyway, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jason.
And I'm Cheryl. Join us here on Superior Talk Bahamas YouTube channel every Tuesday at 6 for Let's Talk.
Where we talk about issues that matter to you. We try to come up with workable, practical solutions so you have more action and less talk.
See you on Tuesday.
And we're back. See how the PRP is getting themselves in problems, George.
Well, what they do?
The nurses them going on strike, George. See, the PRP ain't pay them that more overtime. Now, Christmas time, dude. People calling in sick. You know how Christmas is. Nurses done wait their overtime. They expecting to get their pay the end of January. no pay. Say, hold on, now, hold on, hold on, hold on now. We tired of y'all of this foolishness. Y'all doing us a bunch of other stuff, but now y'all ain't want to pay us the overtime. And the government comes back and say, well, the monies that we had in the budget for overtime was already spent from last year. So we ain't got no more. So y'all gotta wait till the next budget cycle come around and then we can deal with y'all. So the nurses union say, oh hell no. Hell to no. So they shut it down. And they did shut it down. A lot of clinics and a lot of them had to close down because the nurses system didn't come to work. Brave comes, oh no, 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 we can pay them. It was just a this and that, and don't worry about that, we can get paid. So they go on ahead and pay, not all, but a lot of all, 90% of them. So the nurses system come back. Now, during this time of the strike, it was like a couple of days. There were a lot of hitches, a lot of things. There was even someone who actually passed away. I'm not going to say it was because of the nurses, but some families feel that it was. And they're blaming the nurses. And I look at it like this. Why y'all blaming the nurses for something that, one, the only way, and this is killing me when people from outside looking in. First thing they can say, well, wasn't there an easier way for y'all to talk to the people and work this out? The George, I've been part of unions. We didn't do all the talking. We didn't come to them with all kind of new options. Let's do it this way, let's do it that way. They tell you no all the time. The only thing they understand is when you say, okay, you ain't gonna pay me? Fine. I'm not doing no more overtime. I going home. And that's what they did. They ain't wait, they ain't come to work. They just ain't wait to overtime. Some nurses ain't come to work, so therefore, some of the stations left abandoned. What you want me to do? And then, when I strike, and you see the repercussions of it, now you can find the money. But I mean, the money was always there. You just didn't want to give me it. But the question I want to ask you is this. Do you feel the nurses were right for taking their services away? Overtime services away.
Um, so to me, this is a touchy area because, like you said, literally, they are one of those jobs that literally people live or die. You
Mm-hmm.
play with people's lives. That you're showing up to work directly impacts someone's life, right? So to me, for instance, a pilot, I don't care what problem you having with your union or your employers. Don't strike up in the sky. Don't decide you ain't gonna fly the plane. Right? If, if anything, strike before the plane take off. You can't travel. But with these nurses, people already hook up the machines. People have in the air. You actually know that someone probably die if I don't go give them the medicine in the morning. So to me, there's some other obligations. That's something that needs to be um, in your contract and because you can't really play with people. It has to be the right time for you to check out. Especially everyone checking out. You can see, or half of y'all go on strike, go slow or whatever, but you can't leave certain jobs unattended. You can't be a soldier in the army. Sorry, like don't like my pay thing. On the right. You cause as well as get. You supposed to guard the 10 o'clock shift and you walk or people come kill everybody and no. So I don't and like I say, you're dealing with people, family members and stuff. The public will feel some kind of way. And to me, that's a touchy thing because I think, to be honest, a lot of people died during COVID and different things again because of some of these nurses and stuff just say, hey boy, I ain't going to work or whatever. Right? That's the time you need to be at your post. And so I, you as at the end of the day, you like they say you could replace money. Your money might be late. You could get your money. You could go to court. You could do, but you can't replace. someone loved one, a family member. You can't say, okay, yeah, okay, you're getting back on Monday. Three people die, but we prove our point or whatever the situation. That I can't even keep you on the job no more. You reckless, right?
So
And
I know you was going to say this. That's why I asked you this. How do they resolve these issues?
well, again, to me, it's almost criminal, right? Because I'm sorry to go that far, right? To me, if this your shift, now if you decide Monday morning, or I give him my 2 weeks notice or whatever, and right, but don't just show up on your shift and you know ain't nobody to cover that shift. That's my thing. At least give people the time to get your ducks, put that pressure on them. For instance, they said, again, I don't know if they did give notice of the strike, but again, if they say, listen, if you don't get it by next 2 weeks, Friday, the date, whatever, right? You gotta now the government puts that burden on them now. The blood will be on your hand, right?
But they did
Uh,
that.
you got 2 weeks to get it, or someone else, um, or you either got to get someone else, or you. But I'm not gonna be there. It's almost like my notice to quit. I really don't care at that point because I've done my job to say. But it's the difference between threatening, you negotiating, and then last minute you
No,
pull the
no,
plug.
no, no. See, this way we get negotiations mixed up. When we under contract by the government or whoever else, we walk in there with a contract. The
Hmm.
contract states if I work 8 hours, anything over 8 hours is overtime.
Yeah.
Government say, okay, anything over overtime, I will pay you in the next pay period.
Hmm.
Negotiations finish.
Yeah.
That's our negotiations. We agree to that. You agree to that. Now, you say, I done work 8 hours. I need some overtime from you. Fine. I give you your overtime. Now, I didn't do my part in negotiation and the agreement. Now you got to do yours. Where my money? See, we always get caught up in the effect of, oh, me removing my services. And then we come back, and everybody, just like how you say, everybody come back and say, oh, why y'all didn't talk about it? Why? I have here, and you as a lawyer know, I have here in black and white where we already talked with this. Where we
Hmm.
already agreed to this. It shouldn't be no slapping up. This should be us ready to go. Why now I's the bad guy because I remove my service because you remove your money. I remove my services. I's the bad guy.
Hmm.
The government ain't got nothing to do with this. You say it is almost criminal
Yeah.
on my behalf when the government then break the law.
Well,
According to this
the
contract,
government. No, hang on. The government hasn't paid you yet, right? And we all know where is 20, 30 years down the line.
no, 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 Judge.
Most people
No, you giving
end
them
up
an
getting their money from
applause
government.
out.
It's a credit. Government is paid late. You know
No,
this, right? You know, no, what I'm saying historically, um,
historically, unions had to push them to go pay.
yeah, but being pushing them by sacrificing people by sacrificing lives, like I said, is a difference. Um, you it's a touch. It's almost like pulling the plug. It's a moral. It's a serious issue, and like I said, people need to be sued. Where is the government? Where is
We're going to sue the
immigration?
government. I work for the government. Go sue the
I,
government.
I can sue all of y'all. Whoever got the
Suing
money,
me? How you can't sue me? Sue the government. There's a government run hospital.
boy. Well, like I said, I don't like the fact. Um, there has some jobs go beyond the dollars and cents and payment on time. If your job is to protect and serve or to save lives and whatever, and you leave your post, that's a problem, right? Money, like I said, money can come later. There's plenty of people owe me at any given time, right? Right, and some you take steps to collect your money that's owed, right? But if I have someone on life support and whatnot, and I leave them, they say, well, boss, see you on the next side. I going home, right? Because here's people ain't pay me my money. How you going there next week now? You happy you got your money in your bank account, but somebody having funeral for some. No man, like how do you even sleep with yourself, right? Because and And what that money was at the end of the day, 500,000, I don't know what it is, but at the end of the day,
At the
you
end of the day,
know,
it was my money. If it's dollar, $2, you owe me it.
yeah,
Pay
but
me
now
my
you
money.
that dollar now, but that dollar tied to life, right? It's
No, it's
almost
not.
like
It was
it's almost man
originally it
for
was
quarter.
never tied to a life. So why
No,
at the
no,
end point you want to give me try to make me feel bad to make you feel now it tied to a life?
you can't do it. Just like how y'all you work the BTC, you think I'm doing the hurricane or whatever. You gotta come work, right? You in a essential service job, right? Like
Mhm.
you sign up for this, you part. So some of these things need to be built in your contract. Now you can't come off if we gotta be late. We could be late by 2 years. if if after the 2 years you don't get paid, you gotta give 2 weeks notice. And right,
And George, guess what? I bet you anybody with government, you could give them that 2 years and they still gonna be late.
well, at least you got some safety net inside there, but it
What
can't be as
safety?
simple as
I can't go to BPL with safety net. I can't go to Grand Mama Power with I can't go to the bank for 2 years
hey.
I owe on my mortgage. The people can kick me out, George.
Yeah, but don't count that overtime money. If you know there's all these people to pay, buy less. Don't count
They,
that money. When that
George,
money,
during negotiation, that ain't, they ain't tell me that's how they speak.
yeah, you know that's how they pay. You was
No,
payment.
no, no, no. I go on by what they say. They say they can pay me my money on time. In the next budget cycle, in the next payroll cycle, they can pay me in here in black and white. You as
Mm,
a lawyer, if I bring this to you, you can say, "Oh my, yeah, they owe you your money. They need to go. Let's go get them. You can be the first one. Let's go get them. We got them."
things happen. Well, tell them quit and sue.
Oh,
Tell them quit and sue.
quit.
Yeah,
They ain't got enough
you
nurses after this.
you actually want to go back to see. That's why, and America gonna mess up, stop them nice Cubans from coming in. That's
Ah,
why Davila was bringing them Cubans and things.
but you know what they're doing now? They're getting all the retired nurses. They asking all the retired nurses to come back to work.
Oh Lord, man, want a bunch of people who are retired, man, who already check out. Some of them people don't want to work no more. You you need to
They only
go
with the orders.
you need to recruit because again, and that's why, like someone say, immigration is not necessarily a bad thing, right? And especially in a lot of industries, you got some countries got too much people with skills and different things that they don't have no jobs, but you got a lot of workforce. Like I think one time we got some Africans, or they send people plenty places, right? Just check their qualifications, think of that. You don't have enough baby nurses and whatnot. People ain't going into it certain way, right? Then you know that the government needs to fill this, right? Now, who will get mad? You tell them this it. Now you put in a contract, you act the fool, we putting you on a one-way trip on a boat back home,
But
right? So,
George, when I told you the Bahamas need to put out an application for those who want to work in the farm, we can open up a big farm in Andres. Haiti say they got 1,000 people who want to come. We can we can vet all of them.
mm-mm.
Let them come. There. We been no. That's a
we got
that's
we got more than 1,000 extra Asians in the Bahamas now. You know, new set need to come.
I need some workers to get this off the ground. I don't have enough workers in my country to get this off the ground who are willing
Yeah,
to work. So therefore, this is what I going to go do. My family them in Homestead right now. You know how they get over there? Their great grandfather gone over there on the contract, and they ain't
yeah,
never come back.
yeah.
They had application in the Tribune say, hey, who want work over here? We developing this place called Miami. Who want to come across here and live and work? Come across. The fellas them
Hmm.
going across there, they ain't never come back. They stand up their family and they straight. Why we can't do the same thing? I mean, know we need help.
Yeah, well, again, that's sensible governments and planning, like 10-year planning. You have to plan for these things. If you,
Yep.
where you have the deficiencies, you have to import. There's always, if you have payments, there's always been the immigration, I think, policy. If you have payment, they're ready, willing, able to qualify to do the job, they should get first dibs at the job. But where you don't have that, then you got to go outside the contract, and we should never be short on that. Even some of these things where people prone to this striking and different, you have to have your emergency crew to come in, like
Okay,
that's national security. Like,
okay.
yeah,
So you have your defense force officers. Go hire some more defense force officers who are women or who want to do the nursing program. Put
hmm
them in the nursing program. If anything's slacking up, or you put them in the nursing program, you put them in the what the thing is with the airports, the traffic thing on. You
yeah,
put them
traffic controllers.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
traffic
yeah, yeah,
controllers.
yeah, yeah. You can't have people. You be like, you need to be like a Trump now. That's you domestic terrorists. You start to,
All right.
to
So you have alternate persons like the defense force and police officers who cannot strike, and you put
yeah.
them in these places. But you
hmm
cannot allow no one. My aunties always tell me, Carlos, you can't let one hold you hostage. For God's
Well,
sake.
that's my motto too. I don't believe in that.
You know, I
Especially,
agree.
especially if you catch me once, you ain't catching me twice for it.
So you gotta set up your business that if the nurses them don't want to come, okay. I call the defense force officers who's nurses. Y'all get in there.
Yep.
But I ain't gonna blame no one who want their things and you holding up on my things. I got a problem with that. Don't be holding up on my things. Give me my, we done had the negotiation. We done signed the contract. Give me my things.
That's the next foolish thing too. Like, these people walking off the job, air traffic, and planes in the air, trying to like you putting live people lives and things at risk now. Like that's just you certain things you just can't do. Like,
You have
if
to be responsible with it. I'm not saying walk off your job at when you get to work 11:05. If you ain't show up, then guess what? The planes them can't take off.
exactly, and you call them airports and tell them ain't nobody come,
No,
ain't nobody
nobody
can do the work
landed,
tomorrow.
nobody
Yeah,
taking off.
yeah, yeah. Don't take off, but you can have all these planes trying to land and stuff, and because if something happen now, how trust me, you don't want to fall out from that.
No. And I
So
agree with it. You gotta be responsible with it. But don't tell me I can't take out my services because you ain't paying me. Because we done had an agreement and you break the agreement first. Let's deal with
Carlo,
you first.
I like this. By the time I get to that, I'm telling you, but your hip, I can't lie. I can sue you. I go on fine with that. By the time I get to that, most time I don't even want to work for you no more. You did the trust gone. You playing around my money. I don't talk. I gotta hit you, beat right. We don't need to. So that's my threshold. I don't need to strike and stuff at that point. I just gone right. I put in my resignation. Pay me what you owe me. I can't work on this job no more. Y'all right? But again, we become hostages to these jobs as well, right? Because
Yeah,
there ain't got no place to go. You always have to have options yourself as these, because I mean, how much my salary late once or twice a month, or you pay. I start filling out
yeah.
applications.
I looking elsewhere. This
I,
ship
I,
is going
I
down.
know this with you every year, every two
Yeah,
years we fight. No man,
this ship going down. I can see this. So
you all don't pay. What do people say? You working for these people don't pay. You all hiring over there.
okay, so our next topic for the day. Judge Rick Fox he running in St. James constituency. The new St. James constituency. What you think about that, Judge?
More power to Rick Fox. I mean, he check off the box. I mean, we talking. I think they talk about Rick Fox too much in this election, right? Like, I think the attention and cloud to Rick Fox will actually help Rick Fox in a strange. He's going to get a lot more votes now than he would have gotten, because you've been hearing Rick Fox more than most of these candidates who running. Like you say, most of these people haven't even been ratified. We don't know who running. Rick Fox had you a long time. He knew what he was doing. I running in this election. He started campaigning and whatnot. So he he got a little momentum behind him. But again, this is my thing, right? Forget all the history. We have to let some things go now. Like, people still talking about the Olympics. He played for Canada and all, right? But when we was ready, we say that's a behavior. He won championship with the Lakers. The man say daddy run the ice shop in Nassau. He's a come back here. He's a behavior. He speak. He got a little accent. He living in the Bahamas now. He trying to PLB gonna make him ambassador. So how you can tell me you good for one thing, right? They cost this problem. You good for thing. That's like you could do this, but don't try and do be beyond. Like, no, once you don't open that door, you welcome me in as a Bahamian. I never been a Bahamian ambassador, so he already come in and get job. And me and you been here sweating. They call us up and say, so they pick Rick Fox. So now Rick Fox say won't run. Now it's a problem because now they think he coming for their job, right? I think if the Bahamas need any able Bahamians, and again, that's how I talk with people in the Bahamas earlier, and Grand Bahama need people who could bring people to the table and whatnot. I actually, let him run. Let's see how he does. It might be a trend because I think what happens is a lot of other Bahamians who gone overseas and may want to come back and give to the country, who are not a Rick Fox, fair they're gonna get the same backlash. Oh, well, where you been? You ain't right? You're born there, right? That's your daddy's son, your son, or whatever. You have a child, go overseas, say he go live in the States for 10 to 20 years, do it, and decide she won't come back home and you can't, you ain't no Bahamian, you've been gone too long, you this and that, right? Your daddy is one half, you half Bahamian, and we need to stop that, right? As if it's an open level playing field. If the only qualification is to be a Bahamian and be a certain age, because obviously ain't no qualification, because I don't see nobody resume to say no one more qualified than the next one. Ain't no Bahamian more Bahamian than the next Bahamian. You decide you qualify for the job and you apply for it, well, let the best man win. Let the people could decide. Let the people decide, but don't turn it in.
Finish?
I don't like the narrative behind it, which is
You
you
finish?
ain't Bahamian enough almost, right? And I think that's an insult to tell any Bahamian you ain't Bahamian enough.
You
To
finish.
Yeah.
Now, you dealt with the factual part of this. And I
Mm,
agree with you 100%. If you're Bahamian and you want to run for any seat in the Bahamas, knock yourself out.
yeah.
Now, let's get with the feelings part of this. That's all this is. This has nothing to do with anything based on truth or anything else.
Yep.
Feelings. Bahamians, half our elections are based on feelings. How this government made me feel. We don't vote nobody in, we vote you out. Now, how I feel about Rick Fox? Yes, I still hurt by how you go and choose Canada over us. Yes, I feel, right? This the key word now. This ain't nothing
Mm,
factual. You didn't say all the factual stuff, and I agree with you, but this is now my feelings. So now I feel you done broke. Ain't nothing happening in Hollywood like that no more for you. So hey, let me come home and see what I can get out of these niggas. Pardon the sir. So now you come, and you over there come when you come with your hand swinging, ain't nothing in your hand, you ain't got nothing. And then you're gonna run for the most richest constituencies in the country,
yeah.
because you know you ain't gotta give them nothing. Why
Yeah.
you ain't going 8 Mile Rock? Why you ain't going West Grandmama? Why you ain't going down Inagua? Why you ain't going Beams and Grandstown? Why you ain't going these places to go run?
Just ain't no grassroots.
Ain't
Eh,
no grass.
that's like Brent Simonette them almost trying to run
No,
and leave. You
no,
can't identify.
no,
You get in where you
no,
fit in. The man get in where
no.
you.
Now he ain't no grassroots. You Bahamian. You
Yeah, but
just
he
said
don't
he
live
could
to
go
be.
anywhere. He could
Most
go
people going.
anywhere to be the thing up.
Most people
Now,
go into the constituencies that they from or they
no,
identify with.
no. You the Bahamian. Anywhere in the Bahamas you want to run, you can run. That's what you just tell me. That was the facts. You laid your facts down. I let you lay them down. You
Yeah,
can't be no part-time Bahamian or you're Bahamian from this place or Bahamian from that place. You can't be
yeah,
picking and choosing. This the Bahamas.
yeah.
Where
But
you are needed, you should
other
go.
politicians doing the same as him. You got some other people running in St. James or whatever. Why y'all ain't complaining about them running there? What's the difference here?
Because they ain't come from America and they ain't never played for Canada. How about that? I had my feelings now. Remember now, I want you to remember just my feelings.
Y'all been petty, man. Yeah, no.
Yes, yes. I thought you knew this.
The man put the Bahamas, helped to put the Bahamas on the map. He was a Bahamian ambassador, right? We used to say, I remember Rick Clark from North Carolina. I actually like him, and I didn't like him too much with the Lakers because I wasn't a Laker fan. But when he was with the Tar Heels and stuff, and I hear he was from the Bahamas, I used to follow Rick Clark from there. Proud day,
Yes.
you know. And again, say what you want about him as well. I don't really remember no embarrassing act. You know, some of us shame you up, right?
Right.
So he didn't make a shame. He had that thing,
That
but
Canada thing was a shame. You was a shame.
no, it wasn't necessarily shame because you see, even in the Olympics and the stuff now, some of these players go and play for the country that they
Yeah,
to
and I shame
qualify.
for them.
Yeah. No, but the Bahamas didn't have no Olympic
I
team,
don't. It
right?
don't matter. Come
Oh
to
well,
think.
if, no, you trying to cause the man shoot himself, and you want him to sit out just because if he have the
Yes.
dual
Yes.
citizenship or
Yes.
whatever, the Bahamas, you know, the Bahamas they wasn't going to no Olympics. They couldn't
That's
go
all
to no.
right. I want you out for the good and the bad times.
Yeah, well, he had to make a career. Is it you can't get
Not
some
trying
people
to play
gotta.
the Olympics ain't no career decision. Playing
Yeah,
for
but
the Olympics or for playing for Portland is a career decision. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing because he ain't not playing
sometimes
it, period.
I understand why some people do what they do, right? It was a career movement, right?
Oh,
And again, y'all the Bahamas, y'all wasn't helping the man. Like y'all, come on, y'all, he wasn't coming to the
so how we got
AG1,
we now then?
huh?
What you we come on for now? Why you help you now?
Yeah, because now he comes back. He was able because he made those stuff to come back now. He's in a position in his life where he's not playing ball no more. So he
Oh, he
wants
ain't
to
got
come back
nothing
and
now. He looking for
he,
something now. Now
oh,
we
man,
can.
the man got something. And
Why
he
you
said,
ain't going run for thing in Canada? They got
no,
parliament just like us.
no. See,
See,
this is the walls. This is the dividing walls that we are putting up against another
yes,
being.
yes, and I
That
hope the walls of Jericho. That's how tall I hope they is.
we want we want at the end of the day, this is what the Bahamian electorate should want. The best person for the job. And unlike these parties who tell you who they just stick someone there and give it to you and tell you vote for him because we loyal to these parties, right? It would be better if sometimes you had more open seats that Bahamians and people could judge you, decide who they're going to vote for, not because of necessarily a party, but because I think I look at your credentials and your heart for the people or whatever and say, I want you. That's why I said, let Rick Fox run. At the end of the day, the people let the people decide, but all this trying to disqualify you um, when you check off the boxes as a Bahamian and stuff before you even get in the race, I think that is a bit unfair. If the people decide, yeah, we don't know enough about you, you whatever. A couple people like you who mad, but most Bamans don't even remember know that. You're all talking that now. Only basketball fans stuff know the man with Canada and whatever. But he, as far as I know, Rick Fox used to come home to the Bahamas, like he said, every now and again, right? He was all so don't don't blacklist him. Don't cast him out. Give him a fair chance. Don't try to use these things to beat him by making him saying, "Oh, you ain't really a true Bahamian." You because again, most Bahamians ain't do jack for the Bahamas. Most of them in this race do ain't do that. What they do for the Bahamas? Where they big up the Bahamas and what? Right? Some of these people who come out, you ain't ever hear from you ain't see some of these people before, right? So it's the same thing when you talk about Rick Fox. They just an unknown, but ask them the same questions and find out what some of them been doing. But they think them. So don't give him his fair fighting chance. People think he got more notoriety and they feel threatened by him. Right? There's no need to feel threatened if you've been doing working in your constituency and you already got a party. He's running independent, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, well, independents don't win the start, right? So let the man have his 3 minutes of fame. If you can get a good F&M candidate in PLP to beat Rick Fox, that says a lot. Again, maybe that's the shakeup we need now to find other people who could come in and that really could show
Boy,
people fed
Lord,
up with you all.
I never hear more foolishness in my whole life. You run around with
No, no, no. That's real. We looking at these
no.
boxes. Y'all voting for someone who the F&M and PLP, and you see all the gerrymandering they do. You had constituency that voted for a candidate, and the leader or someone comes and say, no, no, we don't want that. We want so and so son run here. This one of you know how the behavior in politics go. So we need to find out. I like these shakeups that start to challenge the status quo because one thing about privilege does anything to protect itself. And the first thing when people trying to do privilege, they start to say, "Oh, you're my in from here, you're this in," right? So we start to use these things which have nothing relevant to do with it. Are you Bahamian or that's all it is. You have limited qualifications to be a thing of men. Stop coming with all these different, you know. Tell me the man is incompetent. He can't speak. He can't do anything. But listen to him. Let share what his plan is, and let the people decide to vote, but don't try to disqualify him because he live outside the Bahamas. Because when he was winning championships with the Lakers and stuff, people when he come here, like I said, the PLP knight him, give him this thing. I'm same thing with Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier, we named the bridge after him. Sidney
I
Poitier
wasn't
been
even named the bridge after him. From the
he
day
makes
Sidney
his
Port, the day Sidney Poitier talking about he's Sidney Poitier, not Sidney Poitier.
yeah, but again, when we thought we could use his clout and whatever,
I
I
never
think
was in D run. Poitier. What the hell is Poitier? You know it's Poitier. I know it's Poitier. How you get up there running all everything up? I was
yeah.
never on E run. I wasn't naming no bridge after him. I wasn't naming a street after him.
What but Jad Ochocinco got Bahamian, right? Somebody we need to embrace more because we know we got a lot of Bahamians and stuff over there with heritage. But again, when we had an American accent and thing, we think someone come and take one job or something from us. Oh boy, go home, boy. You ain't from
Boy,
around here yet.
ain't nobody scared of you come and take it. We want you to come. Once you go
No,
to
you
these
can't tell me.
places,
You can't tell me what to do.
you and you can't tell me what to do. So
I asking you to vote for me.
no, I ain't voting for you. And right now you need me more than I need you. So you need to come correct. You need to state an apology. I'm sorry for doing the Canada
No,
this.
no, 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 no. You're trying to emasculate the man. Yeah, come on.
Hey,
Silly.
when he played for Canada, it felt like he emasculated the Bahamas.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
No, when
Oh,
mind you, back then I was saying to say I felt,
okay then. Okay,
but
no.
no, but I've grown. I'm a bit more mature now. And I
Well,
realize
I am
I
not.
understand. I understand. That's like when LeBron left and went to Miami. All the people in Cleveland, oh yeah, 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 right. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to go win your jam. I mean, people don't talk with you anyway. Who you trying to impress,
I
right?
don't have a problem with you making these decisions. But when you make these decisions, there are consequences to these decisions. Don't
Ain't no
sit back here
consequences.
like you ain't do nothing. You come walking back in the house like you ain't do nothing. Hey, how everybody doing? No, 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 no. First, wipe your feet out at the door. First, let's do that first. Now, let's come in here and let's start a conversation. But don't come in here trying to sneak your way in. We done give you ambassadorship, so okay. Let's see what you have to offer us. We looking
Yeah.
now for you. You're the one who been around the millionaires, and you just say we need people who got millionaires and
What?
billionaires and anything else. We
Yeah.
looking for you to come with these people to do these things, and you
And
come with your hand swinging. Nothing.
he said elect me, and you can see these things
Oh
happen.
no, 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 no. I give you ambassadorship out of the kindness of my heart for you to go do something. You ain't do nothing then. Now I must pay you to do nothing.
But
Oh,
Carlo,
the devil is a
yes,
liar.
y'all prepared. Y'all getting ready to go to the poll and elect the most weightless and some of the most
That's all
weightless
right.
people who y'all already seen before he ain't do nothing,
That's
right?
all right.
Who don't have two niggas to rub together, who don't
That's
know
all right.
nobody, right? Who can't, who just going to warm a seat. But because y'all say, oh, they more beam, they been here, they live here. I don't like this long service award, right? Especially like I said, you already had this job and fail at it, right? Let me hear this man talk. Let me hear what he got to offer. Let's start assessing people. And again, right now at the Bahamas, there's been a critical. You can't eliminate nobody who might be able to. Now if they're full of foolishness. If they ain't got nothing to offer, what again? You go to the polls, don't vote for them. But don't disqualify these people on these things. But the past, oh, they ain't from here. They speak different. Because I see that happen a lot different places. And I think from a small country, you trying because when people go overseas, we complain, oh, brain drained, country losing people and what. So when people try to come home, a lot of times, and this ain't just Rick Fox. People saying, oh, don't come here, though. You can't, right? We can't. We have to move beyond this feeling, threatened thing. And you had this problem before. You remember when what the minister of the AG name,
Brian.
what
What is it?
Ryan? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, Ryan, whatever his name.
Brian. Yeah.
Remember Ryan came
Pinder.
back. Ryan Pinder. That was the issue with him because he was living in Miami and whatever. Think I'm playing American. Right? They embrace him. They had a little power with him, right? He get his job. He get thing on the AG. Then he gone, leave, step down when he was minister, gone, get one big cushy job, one big
Uh-uh.
right? Then we bring him right back again, right?
Yeah,
So the laws has changed for some people.
no, he had to give up something. He
He ain't give
he
up
had to
nothing.
renounce his citizenship. Did he?
Stop talking. I'm not gonna give up nothing. I bet you he still got the American U.S. And if he renounced that, so he couldn't pay taxes. But you better believe he was over there playing. Hey, what's going on, guy?
So,
You think
so,
he was over there telling people he's behaving until it
so,
became
so you realize then, us as Bahamians, we are equal, messy people to all towards all. We ain't just
well.
doing the Rick Fox, we did it to him too.
But
And instead
we
we
obviously
stopping
didn't do it
Rick
to him.
Fox from running in St. James because,
Yeah,
like you say, he's Bahamian. Same thing with Brian Pinder. He's Bahamian, so we didn't like it. We talked about him bad, and now he is AG. Now
and
Rick Fox might be the next member of Parliament for the St. James constituency. I
and
don't know, but
correct me
we
if
can
I'm
talk
wrong,
about
Carlo.
that. Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Ryan Pinder even elected last time, or he was one of them
No, no, no.
appointments?
I don't. He was
He
made a
was appointed.
senator. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we pick this man who even ain't running win no seat again. We bring him back again, right? Because I know they want another white face in the gap or something, right? But you had all them lawyers and people, and they were going to be an AG. Why are you going to pick this man again? So again, the politics. If you look at what's going on, some people got their hand on.
Yes, they
And
do.
I don't like it. So, like I said, right now, to me, we need some disruptors. Wherever that disruptor is, to
And
start a new.
I agree. But Rick Fox ain't gonna be one. So we ain't get to do our question of the day. We gotta go straight into our bongi of the day. And George, our bongi of the day is anybody who ain't bed this weekend in this cold weather. Y'all is the bongi of the day. And when I say bed, wipe it off. Them cowboys, them sign of the cross, don't count.
Oh
Full
man,
body submersion underwater. That is a bath. So anyone who ain't do that is the bongi of the day. Y'all tell me y'all love this cold red. I love it. Oh, I wish okay, always be like this. Nah, here and y'all ain't want bathe y'all dirty skin. No, y'all are the boogie of the day. Anyone out there on the side of my voice, if y'all hear me and y'all in bed in this cold weather, boogie of the day.
man, you just say how cold it is,
I
right?
don't care.
Now this is a cultural thing. Now you know we don't bathe in no cold weather
No,
like that.
no,
No. There ain't no bongi of the day. Ain't nobody
yes.
going to cold water with
I
no
didn't say
cold.
you go cold water. You still
You
got water heater, your water still hot. Go
no
bed.
no that's cowboy time.
No,
I
no,
mean
no. Let me give you the recipe. I just was explaining this to Tasma this morning. The
uh
recipe is go in your bathroom. Cut
yeah.
the water on hot, hot, hot.
Close the
Close
door.
the door.
Yeah.
Let it steam up. Get it steamy, steamy, steamy. When you walk in there, that bathroom is nice at a nice warm temperature. Now you can undress. Now you can go inside the shower. You can take a bath. You can do all you need to do. The second and the third part of the recipe is bring your clothes with you and go sleep in. Carry them in that bathroom. Do not leave the clothes outside the bathroom because outside the bathroom it's cold. Leave your clothes inside the bathroom. When you finish taking your bath, put on your clothes, run out the bathroom, go into your bed, and this is another one I have to give, and I try to give Tasma this. Put not a sheet, a cover, whatever you got, a snuggie, whatever you got, to the to your bed, and
Uh-huh.
then you lay on that cover, and then you put another cover over you. So you got to insulate your body from being cold. Excuse me. If you don't do that, you sleep on that cold sheet. Every time you move 1 inch, you can feel how cold that sheet is. Get a cover, cover the whole bed, and trust me, you'll sleep like a baby. Trust me, trust me. But
There's
I
there's
get
there's
you.
too much instructions. That's uncomplicated.
You never been to the States when it cold. I know you been in the cold. How much you had instructions? You had to have your snow tires. You had to have your time. You had to have your weather boots. There's all kind of instructions and layers. You had to learn how to layer. How do you layer? You put on your thermal underwear. Then you put on there are instructions for the cold. We know
You
that.
finish, and at the end of the day, when time to go to that boat 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I ain't jumping in the cold water before I go. I ain't jumping in no. I ain't taking no shower before I go.
Okay, so we have understanding that George is part of the Bungie of the Day crew. And
Say what?
my God, you make me shame, George. My
Yeah,
God.
say what you want. Whatever.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching us tonight, even the settle in bed. Um, we'd like to thank you for supporting the Superior Talk network. We have our shows that come on every Monday through Thursday. On Monday, we have Sword Sharpeners. Tuesday, we have Let's Talk. Also, we have What's Going On. Wednesday, we have Off the Bench, our sports podcast. Thursday, we have Island Dish. Thank you for supporting us. Always remember to click like and subscribe. Tell a friend about it. Thank you very much. I'd like to see you all next week when me and George tell you what's going
What's
on.
going on?